The second hypostyle hall of Abu's symbol Great Temple is smaller than the first one. It's almost 11 meters long and 7 meters wide, with 4 pillars totally decorated with high reliefs, showing the king in different relationships with gods and goddesses. At the entrance, Ramses II presents offerings to god Amun-Min and also to himself in his divine nature. He also presents them to Isis and to Amun-Ra and to goddess Mut. On the northern wall, he is seen with Queen Nefertari, his wife, and then presents offerings and burns incense in front of the sacred bark of god Amun-Ra. The bark is carried over the shoulders of the numerous priests who are bald-headed for purity. They are taking the bark which houses the golden statue of the god to let it rest over the altar inside the sanctuary. One of the most interesting scenes here is the alteration that happened in a scene after it was finished. The original scene had Amun and Mut, his wife, seated and receiving offerings from the king. The modification was done later, when the figure of Ramses II was squeezed in the middle between the two gods. There, he is seated among gods and receives offerings from himself in his human form. Ramses II wasn't the first one who was equated to gods, for the pharaohs were believed to be half-gods during their lives and complete gods after they died, but he was amongst the rare kings who were represented as complete gods during their lives and received offerings too. In other words, he is equated to gods during his lifetime, and he made sure he was glorified as a god and that this creed was established and confirmed during his lifetime, and went far in that aspect that he was seated with them in the sanctuary of his temple.